Okay, so now we're gonna work on our Parquet writer file. So the purpose for this file is for us to handle the conversion of our Kafka events to Parquet format and then write it to the mini.io storage. Okay, so Parquet is kind of like, if not the gold, but one of the best standards for analytic storage because first it's columnar. So it's going to only read the columns that you need when you're reading from it. So it has like an excellent compression for all of the repeated values. It's like very good for aggregations because it's a columnar storage, so it doesn't need to scan through all of the columns to get the value that you need. So it's like way faster than JSON for analytical queries. The compression is very good, so you'll have much smaller file size, and it has a built-in schema evolution support. And also, you'll see that you're familiar with data engineering. It has a high support from many ecosystems like Spark, Pandas, Presto, BigQuery. So it's very common and standard format across many services and cloud providers. All right. So our goal is to receive the events and have something that we can convert them to Parquet and save it to our mini.io bucket. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna come back here to the client and copy some stuff from the login. The things that I'm gonna do here is I need a list in this case. I don't need Bodo3. I don't need the path. I'll need date time. I'll need IO, pandas, pi arrow, and pi arrow Parquet. I'm gonna import as key. Okay, so doing the same for the logging. Let's just change it for Parquet writer. Cool. So let's create our class Parquet writer. Okay. So I think it's very clear of the goal of this class, what we're gonna do. All right. So let's go ahead and create our constructor. We need our client and we need our bucket name. And since we're gonna like do the ingestion, I'm gonna start with a bronze events. Okay, take out this path. So we're gonna remember we're doing like all of the bronze, silver, gold, like the medallion architecture. So we're gonna start like, all right, we're first directly ingesting data to the bronze layer. So that's why I put bronze events here. So first thing, mini.io client, bucket name, oh, I have a typo here. Yeah, not bucket s name, bucket name. Okay. Uh, let's ensure the bucket name, ensure the bucket exists. Parquet writer initialize our bucket name. Cool. So that's our constructor. All right. Cool. I have a typo here. Now, let's go ahead and create a function, a method, write batch. We're gonna have our events, which are lists of dict. We have a region and our date string, and we'll return bool. Okay, so we're gonna create this function so we can batch our events before writing. So we have smaller files. Okay, it will be good. It will be better for querying performance. If we have fewer files, we have less metadata to read. And we're gonna work on a way of partition here. So you'll see that we'll work on that region slash date. So let's say 2025 1024 slash a file, an object, purchase in the timestamp.parquet. That's the formula we're trying to replicate. Okay, so if we don't get any event, let's log it. No events found. Have nothing to process. Now we start trying to do something. Okay, so we need to convert our event to a data frame, and we're going to generate a unique file name with the timestamps. So if we get the timestamp, the time they were ingested, string of time, let's do year, month, day, hour, minute, second, to the minimal detail. Okay, so our file name is going to be purchases underscore the timestamp dot parquet, just like we're trying to build in here. All right, so we have the Python dictionary to a pandas data frame. Then we're going to turn now the pandas data frame to a PyArrow table, and from a PyArrow table to Parquet bytes, and then we're going to send the Parquet bytes to our mini-IO via the client. All right, so now we have the file name. We're going to create a partition path, which will be like our object path. It's going to be region, and then we have the region from the event, slash date, we're going to have the date string, and slash the file name that I just built right there on the top. Okay, now we're converting to our pandas data frame to a PyArrow table because they're more memory efficient. They have a calmer memory layout. They have a C++ implementation on the back end, so they have a better performance. So we're going to do that, create this table object by arrow table from pandas. All right. Then we're going to write this to a buffer in memory. Let's open bytes IO, and then the Parquet write table. We pass in our PyArrow table, the buffer, and the compression snappy. Okay, then let's run the seek here to upload to mine.io using our client. Okay, so in case of success, we're going to do the upload bytes. Our data is going to be the get value from the buffer. The bucket name is our bucket name. the object name is going to be our object path. In case we're successful, we can log this, that we wrote events to object path. And then we can log it as well, the size of bytes. All right, then we return success. Now, if we're not successful, log an exception, failed to upload Parquet files, and return false. All right. I hope you could work on the get statistics for the previous one. But you can create one here as well. I missed a comma here. So let's now define a function for get some statistics. Let's return a dictionary. So we have our stats, total files. Now let's call it by region. We want to know how many files by region we're writing. And then we're gonna count all of our files by region using our client. So for our region in the US, the EU, and Asia, we're gonna list the objects, bucket name, and our prefix is going to be our region, the region we want, and this. So our stats by region, for the region we're looping in, it's going to get the length of those objects. And our stats total files, we're just going to increment it by the length objects. Nice. Then we can return our stats. Okay, so we have our Mini.io client to interact with the Mini.io, and we have our Parquet writer so we can convert the events to Parquet and send it to the Mini.io bucket. Now in the next one, we're gonna see how we can test it out. All right.